Welcome to 3D Learning. The topic is farming. This is video 1 of 10, and this is a flipped learning class module. Students will watch all 10 videos, doing something, doing little assignments, and in the end they will be prepared for a debate about farming. Now, farm machines are extensive and expensive, and they use it only a short time in a year. So dealers do not provide quick service during the busiest season, create an issue. Farmers can fix them. They need to do it quickly, especially in the short season. But they can't get control of the program which tells them what to use and what pieces to buy. So, who has the right to this program? Should it be just the dealer, or should they give it to the farmer for a price? That's our topic for discussion. All rights for the original story go to the author because they did the research and they published it. The following is a rewrite of an article. There is no guarantee the article is maintained on the URL given. So I found it on the URL, and I give you the URL so you can see the original story. There is also on the website for this one, there is an audio of the interview. So that's a bonus. But will it stay there? Will it move? I'm not sure. But you have where I got it. Discovery is the first of 3 Ds. 3D learning is discovery, discussion, and debate. Discovery is what you know and what information you need to expand and collect so that you can have a discussion and a debate. Building a larger umbrella to cover the topic allows the door of critical thinking to open and the size of umbrella to enlarge. So if you think this is your umbrella, it's closed, and well, you know a lot, it's in there, but you can't access it because you haven't opened it. And so we want to open this umbrella, fill it full of information, and then you can have a great discussion and even a debate, which is the end. Developing an argument requires the focus of information to base the initial statement on, yet broad enough to push the idea into current thought and culture. So when you develop your argument, you want to bring it into modern day culture. Is this an old story, a new story? If it's an old story, does it happen all the time? And if you're going to debate, you need some new ideas, you need some current ideas, which is today, because old arguments are really great, but many things have changed, and they change very quickly in today's technology. The discovery phase requires students to present what they know. What do you know? Maybe nothing. And that's where we start. From 0 to a lot. Maybe you know a little bit because, well, you just have an interest in ideas. With a guide like the teacher, this discovery is expanded to include a broader range of ideas. So you're going to start here, and this is farming. But there are so many ideas about farming that you can put into this umbrella. And you know, in the umbrella you have spines, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and in between you have this fabric, and you want to fill in this gap with information and fill in this gap with different information and different information, because it's not a one-piece fabric, it's many pieces. This becomes building blocks which come from ideas generated from discovery. You take all this information and you put building blocks of information, not just one vocabulary word or two vocabulary words, but building blocks of information. And you use the blocks in your defense of the argument. So you're going to build ideas, these chunks of information, to defend and support your ideas. We want to be very disagreeable. In these videos, disagreement is great. In this class, disagreement and challenge is great. If you just disagree, though, without any support, then you look more foolish. So you want to find support so you can disagree and not only have an opinion, but have documents or you have facts to support your disagreement. Everybody can disagree, but very few will have the support to make their disagreement firm. If you have a good support for your disagreement, the other person will change their mind. If you just disagree because, well, in your opinion, they're wrong and you're wrong, you're going to have an argument, and you will have everybody upset, and there'll be nothing done. So students require attentiveness, which means pay attention. Always pay attention. When somebody's speaking, write notes. Notes are everyday ideas. Notes are what you go back to because you want to support or you want to oppose, you want to disagree with somebody, but you need to know, what did they really say? And was it them that said it, or was it another person who said it and you forgot? That's what we want to do. Taking notes all the time. Never sit and do nothing when somebody else is talking in class. Always take notes. You're going to have lots of notes because everybody's going to be talking in this class. Everybody's going to be doing things in this class. And every week you need to take notes. Anytime in business, if you are in a meeting and somebody's talking, take notes. Some people will just listen, and that's good. That's what they want to do. But if you take notes, you can challenge, you can disagree, you can put your ideas forward and have solid facts. You can find it quickly because you take notes. That's number one. It will help you in whatever you do in the future. The team, consisting of several people, builds blocks of information. So together and individually, you find information for yourself, you bring it to the team, and you build it into a stronger foundation to have defense or opposition. It is important to not take these, to understand there's never too much information. You have lots, and you say, well, we have enough. You never have enough information. Always try to get more information. Ask better questions. Many people ask questions, but they don't get the information they want because they don't ask good questions. Ask better questions. The challenge, to keep all this information into organized ideas. And so we're going to later put things into categories. And always make categories. Number one, you have a team. The team, if everybody has the same category, then each team member will research one category. All the support information will be under that category. That way, you don't have to do the research for everything. That's a good way to do it. And when you're sharing information, then you can easily find weak spots, you can challenge, you can do a lot of things in opposition, or you need to go back for information, you can find it quickly under the category. So that's what I would suggest. And if you have a drive, an N drive, a Google Drive, whatever cloud drive you use, set up one for your team so that everybody can access and gain information, and if you find support, put it in your folder on the drive. It's easy for everybody to access. Reading titles is where we start, because titles give you information about everything in the story. Now later you're going to make a main topic, which is not a title. A title can have many ideas, but a main topic is one. So you want to go from the title to the topic. Titles speed research because you are searching for specific ideas, specific debate ideas, specific arguments for your category. Okay, don't forget that. Search for your category and find information. Don't get excited about other people's. Search for yours and write in yours. And when you start reading and when you start looking at titles for information, your research, you can do a lot of, you can find a lot of articles and choose those that are about your argument. Discovery is where the mass of ideas is flushed out, which means the opposite of flushed out is hiding. So in all those articles, you will find arguments. And that's what you read for. Read the articles and look for the idea of, argument, theory, ideas about argument that fit your point of view. And flushing out means you have to find them and bring it to the open. Hiding and bring out to the open is flushed out. So you discuss without barriers. There's no limit as to what kind of information. This is discussion about, you bring it to your team, you talk about new ideas, you challenge each other so that when you bring it, if you don't have support, you have to go find support for the challenge. That's what you want to do. And that takes brainstorming. And at this point, the foundation is made to support the statement you want to make. So we want to move to that in your discovery part. In this booklet, you will find the initial story provides the base point. Many people say, well, I don't know anything about it. So the story gives you everything you need to know to begin building your argument. Arguments for, arguments against, they will be in there somewhere. You find them, and then you find other people who write and use different arguments for the same idea. This assumes a critical thinking level, a basic critical thinking, which means you look at the title and you read the story and you find information. Read for information. Read for what you are going to talk about. Read for your category idea. And we're going to make that, and then we're going to read the story. So that's how we want to go from here. The story is the whetstone of development. Whet, W-H-E-T, means to sharpen. To sharpen. If you're cutting a tomato and it's like, and the tomato skin is not cutting very well, you need to sharpen. So you have a sharp stone. It's called a whetstone, a sharpening stone. And that's what you want to sharpen your research. You want to sharpen your ideas. You want to sharpen your thinking so that you can develop your ideas easily. But whetstone, you need to sharpen it a little bit, and the story will help you get motivated to learn more. And discussion will bring some of those ideas. They will flush out some ideas, but you won't always have support, so you have to find it. And so the whetstone is just to sharpen your research tools, sharpen your interest, sharpen your attitude, sharpen everything's associated with preparing for the debate. Skills developed and used in the discovery phase are note-taking, question-asking, critical thinking, reading, and speaking. Those are just a few, but those are the key ones in discovery, and you're going to use them also in discussion. And later, when you get debate, your note-taking might be finished already, but until the debate, you're always taking notes. You're always fine-tuning notes. You're always adding information. Question asking good questions to get the information you want. Critical thinking is finding the information you want in the stories, in the support stories. Reading, you need that because you need to find the different articles or websites or blogs. And speaking is every class you will be speaking, and in between class, if you can speak in English with your teammates, that will really strengthen the end result. Well, that's it for video 1. We're going to go to the title in video 2. Let's go and find what we can find from the title. And ask even a couple questions. So, video 2.